Good morning, students. Today we will do the revision of lesson number 7, that is adaptation in plants. So, we find that plants are present everywhere around us, whether it is high mountains, sea coast, desert, or crowded cities. But do you know that how they can survive in such varied environments? The place where plants and animals live in natural environment is called as habitat. Just like the place where we live in is known as house. In the similar manner, the place where plants and animals live, that is known as the habitat. So just like we find it difficult to live in places with a different climate, plants also find it difficult to live in a climate which they are not suited to live in. अगर आपको उस एनवायरनमेंट में छोड़ दिया जाए जो आपको सूट नहीं करता है, सपोज़ आप किसी कोल्ड क्लाइमेट वाले प्लेस में रहते हैं और अगर आपको ऐसे प्लेस पे भेज दिया जाए जस्ट लाइक डेजर्ट प्लेस लाइक राजस्थान, तो जहाँ का टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा हाई है, तो दैट क्लाइमेट डजंट सूट्स यू और आप वहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, कंफर्टेबल फील नहीं करेंगे. इन द सिमिलर मैनर प्लांट्स ऑल्सो find it difficult to live in a climate that are not suited to them. So a plant or animal develop features that help it to get their basic needs of food, shelter and air. Because आप जिस प्लेस पे रहते हैं वहीं के हैबिचुअल हो जाते हैं, वहीं का एनवायरनमेंट आपको सूट करने लग जाता है, वहीं की कंडीशन में आपको सर्वाइव करने की हैबिट हो जाती है. तो अगर आपका एनवायरनमेंट चेंज कर दिया जाए एंड तो that environment doesn't suits you and you feel uncomfortable. In the similar manner, plants also find it difficult to survive. The features that help a living thing to fulfill their basic need and survive in its habitat are called as adaptation. So the living things develop features in them to fulfill their basic needs and survive in its habitat, and this process is known as the adaptation. Plants differ due to different conditions like soil, climate and rainfall. There are so many conditions which differ in different plants like soil, climate and rainfall. They have features that help them to survive in their habitat and help them to grow, reproduce and protect themselves. So they have certain features which help them to survive in their habitat and which help them to grow, reproduce and protect themselves. A plant that has been adapted to live in cold mountains cannot live in a desert place. So अगर कोई प्लांट माउंटेन्स वाले प्लेस में ग्रो कर रहा है और अगर आप उसको डेजर्ट प्लेस में लगा देंगे तो दैट डजंट सर्वाइव, because in desert places the climate is too hot and in cold mountains the climate is cold. So that they are adapted to live in cold places, so they cannot survive in hot places. And there are various habitats of plants. First is terrestrial plants or terrestrial habitat. The plants that grow on land are known as terrestrial plants or land plants. Those plants which grow on land are known as terrestrial plants or land plants. There are different types of terrestrial plants found on land. For example, plants on mountains. There are those plants which grow on mountains and which are found on mountains are known as plants on mountains, and they are adapted to survive due to the lack of water also, and due to the lack of survive they can survive in the shortage of water and shortage of sunlight. They survive in the following ways. They are very tall and have conical shape, like this pine tree. This is a very tall and they have conical shape so that the snow falls off easily. Whenever there is a snowfall, so that snow falls off easily from these leaves And the leaves are tough and needle shaped so that they can bear the cold and reduce the loss of water. And leaves are needle shaped, as you can see here. So these leaves reduce the loss of water and they can bear the cold. These trees do not bear flowers. They have the cones, and they have certain seeds in their cones. That is why these plants are known as the conifers or coniferous trees. For example, pine, fir, deodar, etc. Some plants like tea plant can grow only on the slopes of hills where there is heavy rain and the water doesn't collect near the roots. That is why the tea plantation are found only in hilly places. Why the tea plantation are found in hilly places? Because the tea plant grow only on the slopes of hill where there is heavy rain and the water doesn't collect near the roots. That is why the tea plantation are found only in hilly places. Now the next type of plants are plants in plains. Some plants grow in the plains where there is less water and climate is hot in summer and cold in winter. Like in plain areas, some plants grow in the plains where there is less water and climate is hot in summer and cold in winter. Like in UP, Uttar Pradesh area, there is hot in summer and cold in winter, and that is known as the plain area. So these trees have several branches. Green leaves turn yellow in winter when there is less sunlight due to the shortage of sunlight. The leaves turn yellow in winter and are shed to protect them from cold. So the examples are neem, peepal, gulmohar, banyan, etc. This is the example of banyan tree, which is usually found in plains. Now the next are plants in hot and wet places. Some plants growing in hot and wet places like seacoast need not shed their leaves as they have plenty of sunlight and water all through the year. Like in hot and wet places, there is a plenty of sunlight and plenty of water all through the year, so they do not need to shed their leaves, and that is why these trees remains green all throughout the year and are called as evergreen trees. For example, coconut, palm, sugarcane, pepper, rubber trees, etc. And these are the examples of sugarcane, coconut, and rubber plant, which remains green all through the year and are known as evergreen trees. Now the next type of trees are plants in desert. Plants that grow in the desert are very few as there is shortage of water and temperature is very high. Very few plants grow in desert area because there is shortage of water and temperature is very high. So these plants are adapted to overcome the shortage of water in the following ways. So how they overcome the shortage of water? The leaves are changed into spines so as to reduce the loss of water through them. In desert plants, the leaves are turned or changed into spines to reduce the loss of water. The stem is green and fleshy, and in these desert plants, the stem perform the process of photosynthesis and store water in it. The roots also go very deep in the soil to take in water from the soil. In desert plant, the roots go very deep to take water from the soil. That is why the desert plant are able to absorb water even when there is very little rainfall. For example, cactus and prickly pear. This is the example of prickly pear. Now the next type of plants are plants in marshy areas. The marshy areas In marshy areas, there is very less air in the soil. In marshy areas, there is shortage of air in the soil. The roots of plant grow out of the soil. That is why the roots grow out of the soil to take in air or to breathe in from the atmosphere. The roots that breathe from the air are called as breathing roots. This is the example of breathing roots of mangroves. The roots come out from the soil to absorb water from the air, because in these areas there is a shortage of air, so the roots comes out to breathe in from the air. And there are so many examples, mangroves like Rhizophora, Avicennia, etc. So these are the plants in marshy areas. Now the next habitat is aquatic plants or aquatic habitat. The plants that grow in water are called as aquatic plants, such and their habitat is known as aquatic habitat. Such plants are adapted so that they can survive in water, and those plants which grow in water are known as aquatic plants, and these plants adapted to survive in water. There are three types of aquatic plants. First is free floating plant. Some plants that float on water have light spongy bodies which help them to remain on the surface of water. Some plants have very light um, body weight, you can say, which help them to remain on the surface of the water, like duckweed. You can see here, this remain on the surface of the water. And water hyacinth also, this is also remain on the surface of the water. There are so many examples: water hyacinth, pistia, wolffia, and duckweed. Now the next type of aquatic plants are fixed plants. Some plants are fixed to the bottom of the pond, but their leaves float on the water. Some plants are fixed to the bottom of the pond, but their leaves float on the water, and they are known as fixed plants. They have hollow stems filled with air, broad leaves with the stomata on the upper side. Generally, the upper stomata present on the lower side, but in fixed plants, it is present on the upper side. The leaves are covered with wax so that they are not spoiled by the water. The leaves of the fixed plants are covered with wax. That is why they are not spoiled by the water. For example, lotus and water lily. These are the diagrams of the water lily and lotus. You can see that they can float on the surface of water, but they are fixed at the bottom. Next type of plants, aquatic plants, are underwater plants. Some plants are completely submerged in water. These plants have ribbon shaped leaves so that they do not tear by the force of flowing water. Some plants are completely submerged in water, like hydrilla and tape grass. They are ribbon shaped, you can see here, they look like ribbons, so that they do not tear by the force of the flowing water. That is why they do not tear by the force of the flowing water. And such plants have no stomata so that they breathe through their body surface. For example, hydrilla and tape grass. Now there are some special plants also. There are some plants which grow on other plants because they do not get raw material from the soil. They get their food from the plants or things they grow on. Such plants are known as the parasitic plants. There are some special plants which grow on other plants because they do not get their food from the soil, so they get their food from the plants or the things they grow on. And these plants are known as the parasitic plants. For example, dodder and mistletoe. This is dodder and this is mistletoe. Some plants are not able to produce their food because of the change in the environment, like poor condition. There are some special plants also which are not able to produce their food because of the changes in environment, like poor soil condition, and they get their food from the insects, and that is why they are known as insectivorous plants, because they feed on insects. That is why they are known as insectivorous plants. For example, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, and sundew. This is the Venus flytrap, this is the pitcher plant, and these are known as the insectivorous plants. Some plants do not have chlorophyll to produce their own food. Such plants do not have leaves, stem, and roots. There are some special plants also which do not have chlorophyll to produce their own food, and they do not have the leaves, stems, and roots. That is why they are called as fungi, and they grow on wet things like rotting wood, vegetables, etc. For example, mud and mushroom. This is the example of mud which grow on the piece of the bread, and this is the mushroom. So they both do not have the chlorophyll, they do not have leaves, they do not have stems and roots. That is why they feed on the wet things like rotting wood, vegetables, etc. So I hope you have understood this chapter very well. Thank you and see you in the next video.